Victory top.
Keith, what do you think about that?
That's a pretty good performance tonight.
I think so too. I think they were sharp dressed except for maybe them beards. I don't know about them beards.
Yeah, they do need to get a
Little bit of me up here and there.
Well, our next performer was supposed to be the man in black, Mr. Johnny Cash. But due to scheduling conflicts, Mr. Cash is not with us tonight. And we're very sorry.
But moving right on along, that one, as the old saying goes, you know, one man don't stop the show. Not this show tonight. Red Skelton was a comedy TV series that aired from 1951 to 1971. It was a long-running weekly show that spotlighted the legendary comedian and beloved TV clown, Red Skelton. Each show featured comedy skits starring Red and his guest performers. He performed different characters by changing the way he wore his brown hat and the way he wore it, the way it looked.
The show was one of the programs in color on CBS at that time. One of Red's characters was Clem Cadiddlehopper. In 1986, as Clem Cadiddlehopper, he received an honorary doctorate in philology from Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana.
I've never heard of a doctorate of philology. Have you, Pete?
That's a new one on me.
Me too. I never heard of that. Red always ended his shows with his signature phrase, "Good night and may God bless." Here is Red Skelton.
How you doing, folks? Doing up? Glad to be here tonight with you at Crockett Point Baptist Church. This is nice to be here. I thought I was going to be late today because I rode the train down here. I always did like the train. Train's always been one of my favorite ways to travel. It's always so peaceful and so relaxing. But it was till this time anyway. I was on a train on the way down here. There was this man on there. And he must have been in show business because he had a pet monkey with him. Don't get me wrong, I like monkeys. I think they're cute. But this monkey kept making faces at me. Every time I looked over, he'd be looking back and they going, you know, it just got on my nerves. So finally the conductor come out and I asked him, "Mr. Conductor, do you allow monkeys on this train?" He said, "No, but if you keep quiet, nobody notices you." Can you believe he was talking about me? That made me mad. I said, "I'll fix him and teach him some manners." I took this hand right here. I reared back and I hit that conductor once. Then I got up. And I hit that conductor right in the end of the fist with my nose. Then I pulled my secret weapon on him. I poked him in the finger with one of my eyes. Darn near put his finger out. After that, I got him in a hammer lock. Got the old head under my arm, and I throwed him down right on top of me. I figured that while I had him down there, I'd just go ahead and stick my ear in his mouth and let him chew on that while. Yeah, let him chew on that tough old ear of mine with them old weasel teeth of his. That'll chew him. So, after I got him down there, by that time, he was covered in blood, my blood. I kind of felt sorry for him, but if I'd had the time, I'd have drowned in a minute. You know, I don't mind a good fair fight every once in a while, but this is the dirtiest fight I've ever seen in my life. I turned my back on him once and he hit me with his crutch. He was just a little guy. He just come up to about my chin, but he come up there way too hard. He wouldn't have weighed 150 pounds, wheelchair and all. That's all right, I finally got him up. I backed up and got a running start, and I hit him right in the knee with the pit of my stomach. When he finally come to, I was laying there unconscious. So I got myself up, dusted myself off, and went in this little washroom to wash my face and hands. And you know how little they are. I'm not talking about my hands, the washroom. I went in there and there were 4 other guys in there trying to wash their face and hands too at the same time. So I squeezed up in between them there. And just about the time I got my face down in my hands and I was just washing away, train went around a sharp curve and into a tunnel. About that time, my face slipped out of my hands into the hands of the guy next to me. He just kept on watching. He didn't notice. I said, "Excuse me, buddy, but that's my face." He just said, "That's funny. Somebody must have mine." And that fella down there next to him said, "Well, I must have yours because the face I've been washing, been talking, and I ain't said a word for 5 minutes." This other fella down there, he was saying, "I don't know what this is I'm washing down here, but I don't believe it's no face. Sure, it's got some chubby cheeks." So finally, the train come out of the tunnel and it got light enough for me to see how to get my face back. So I went over there and I got over there and I was going to walk down the aisle and sit back in my seat and maybe I could enjoy the rest of my train ride. And so when I got back, you wouldn't believe it, that monkey was sitting in my seat. So I said, I guess he didn't see what I just done to that conductor. So I reached down there to grab that monkey and jerk him out of my seat. And he come attached to my finger. He used my arm as a runway to get to my face. He wrapped around him my face and I was wearing him like a turban. I looked like I had a monkey skin cap on. And I couldn't get him off and he was about to scratch my eyeballs out. So the only thing I could do, I felt his tongue come across to my mouth, and I just clamped down. I beat it as hard as I could. The worst mistake ever made in my life. I'm old, and a lot of things have happened to me before. Like that's the first time I ever got thrown off a train by a monkey. Good night.